The boxing playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about.
Hey guys, what's up? This is Sakura and Emelio Santana. And we're here at After Dark. You know what series it is? Ladies' Night tonight. That's right. Ladies' Night, baby. And I can't wait to get started. We got some beautiful guests coming in with us tonight with some amazing news that they got. The ladies are in effect, and we're staying busy in the sport of boxing. That's what I love about it. From all angles, behind the scenes, in the bright lights in the ring, on a podcast. We're just doing it all. And that's the way it's always been for ladies, right?
Most definitely. From city to city, too.
I know. You know, I can hardly wait because this first story has got me hot to the core. You know that? Hot to the core.
You hot about?
Well, you know, I'm reading this article. I'm scrolling through my IG, just, you know, trying to keep my cool for the day. Because you know how I can get upset sometimes, right? So I'm trying to keep my cool and everything. And then I look and I see this story that is crazy. You know, it's so, it just boggles my mind how somebody could even say such a thing. Okay, you ready for it?
Ready.
And you know, you have no prior knowledge about what I'm about to talk about, remember? Well, this is about Canelo and marketability for other boxing athletes. Boxing Scene has reported that Canelo was named the world's most marketable male athlete. And they have Anthony Joshua at number 75. And they got Gervonta the Tank Davis at 89. Tell me what's wrong with this story. But can you help me believe that Canelo's gonna be like at the top of the heat, number one, and then they're gonna have Gervonta Tank Davis down to 89, and they're gonna have Anthony Joshua, the British boxing star of all times, with all his glorious goddess type body. And he's supposed to be number 75. I'm gonna need for you to tell me why I shouldn't be pissed off that the two black men up there gotta be all the way down the list. And then on top of that, I know about Gervonta Tank Davis. Every time he gets in the ring, he's giving people what the fans like, which is KOs. Help me understand this, please.
I mean, I could see Canelo. I could see Canelo being, you know, in that top 10, the highest paid. You know, I don't see them putting Tank and AJ that far down the line. I mean, that's too damn far down the line. 80, what you said, 70 something, 80 something. I think that's
75 and 89.
I know they're behind Canelo, but not that damn far down the line. I mean, come on, man. Nah, you know, Canelo's a marketable dude. I ain't gonna take that from him. I know he's marketable. He got a country behind him, you know, and he's been doing some big things in boxing, you know, and AJ is big over in the UK. He's big, but to put him that far down the line, I don't know about that, man. That's a little too far down the line for me and him and Tank. You know, I know they ain't with Canelo, but you know, they shouldn't be that damn far down the line.
Well, I'm gonna run some facts on you about Canelo. You know, it's like he done turned some of his fans off from him with all these fluff fights he's had the last 3 years at the Zone. And then the fans never got their Triple G fight. So, I mean, make it make sense. Why? Let's see. Male athletes, marketable male athletes. What's more marketable for a boxer than the fact that you can knock somebody out in the ring? It's a KO. And everybody knows they're gonna get to see a KO when they come to see you fight. What can be more marketable than that?
It's a lot of things, you know. Hate to say it, sometimes it could be your skin color. It could be a lot of different things that play a role in your marketability. So sometimes just having the KO, man, those guys got seem like those guys got to work a little harder to be noticed. The real fighters. But Canelo, he got that whole Mexico behind him. And American, got a lot of American fans, and he's been holding his own. I mean, he's since the loss to Floyd Mayweather, he's won a bunch of belts, jumped different weight classes. He's the pound for pound guy right now. A lot of endorsement deals are being thrown at him. It's just his season right now. As far as the other guys, I feel like they probably need a little bit more, big fights to get in that same realm with Canelo. Especially Tank gonna need some to mix it up with some of them young guys.
I'm gonna need for you to tell me when the last time Canelo knocked somebody clean out. When?
Well, he stopped some guys. He stopped Billy Joe in his last fight. Broke his eye socket.
That's an injury.
The other guy, what's the Smith boy that he swole his arm, hit him so hard in his arm was all messed up. He knocked Kovalev out. He getting ready to unify.
That was the last time that he knocked someone out, and I'm still suspect about that particular fight.
And he's
I believe Cole only had 2 jabs the entire fight when that's what he's known for. I ain't buying that one. You're going to have to go back even further than that for me. And on top of that, in between that, you had the other guy that they had to fight in Miami. I can't even remember his name now. Was it Fielding or Yieldring?
Yeah, that was one of the Jimmy fights.
He quit on the stool right before it would have been, a situation where somebody else knocked him out before Canelo did. That's another suspect moment for me. I just ain't buying it. And then on top of that, like I said, KO sell. Tank is selling out arenas.
Sometimes
I mean, I don't get this. He can't be that far down on the list. These guys can say what they want to say, but they know they full of bullshit on this one. And I'm calling it. And AJ, who's more marketable than that guy over in Britain right now? Oh.
Sometimes it ain't all about, what you do in the ring. You got these YouTube guys and they self-promote themselves. Sometimes it ain't all about what's in the ring going. Hate to say it, but this is how it is today. Guys are doing all kind of different tools to market themselves, social media, and fake beefs. It's all kind of things. Guys are getting noticed and making money without actually being in the ring these days.
Well, I got to see what the fans are saying about this. Because let me see if anybody left a message about this situation. Shout out to Brian Meadows, our homeboy. We saw him this weekend. We had a great time at the TNK boxing event here in St. Pete, Florida. Let's see who else. Oh, he said, "What's poppin' boxing PlayHouse?" You know what it is. I'm getting angry at some of these stories already, these hot topics. We got Justin. What's up, Justin? These days, you gotta have the looks and the hooks. I hear you there. I understand that. What are you saying? AJ ain't got the looks? Make it make sense. And guys, I need you guys to hashtag BPH. Come on now. Y'all just forgetting all the rules. Hashtag B for boxing, P for play, and H for house. I need that hashtag, guys. Justin, I know you got a point there about you need the looks too, but at the same time, you need the looks, the hooks. You need to be able to get the crowd involved. Now Emelio throwing in. You got to have this social media presence. So I don't know what to say. And then Brian, he's chiming in. He says discrimination. They tired of seeing these Negroes on top. Oh my goodness, Brian went right to the juice of it, didn't he? Okay, well, all I have to say is people get their lives really twisted and messed up on this situation. Let's go ahead and go to. Oh, you got something else to say about it?
No, I was just gonna say I feel like Canelo put in a lot of work, though. I ain't gonna say he's no media hype. He has put in some work. He's been around for a while. Started young. He had the loss of Floyd Mayweather. He learned. You could tell he's got to be a better fighter. You know, he's doing his thing. I ain't gonna knock Canelo. You know.
I never said not Canelo though. See, you changing my words around, baby. That's not what I said. I said, why the hell is Gervonta Tank Davis at 89? Why is Anthony Joshua at 75? What is that? That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the inequity.
I don't know who coming up with these numbers and how they came up with the numbers. You know, that's a whole nother topic right there. You know,
okay,
there could be some corruption going on with the numbers. Who knows? You know, everything is political. We don't know who came up with the numbers, how they added it up. You know, but I don't feel like those guys should be that damn far away from Canelo. You know.
Well, thank you. That's all I'm getting at. That's my whole point. I knew you would come around and agree with me at some point.
They got them way, way down the line.
Well, Brian, he agrees with you. He said he did, fam, as in Canelo. And then Jason Crosby, my man with my crunk juice. Jason Crosby, Plant City Boxy, checking in. We love you. And guys, remember, hashtag BPH. That's the number sign plus BPH. All right, so we're going to take a break, and then we're going to get back into these hot topics. But, you know, I got to cool off for a minute because that right there was just ridiculous, that topic. Oh, wait a minute. Brittany is saying not right now. Why not right now? I need a break. Our production coordinator, guys. Everybody, please give Brittany a click or like. Anything on her page is Brittany Mingo. Shout out to her and thanks so much for all her efforts tonight.
Thanks, Brittany.
All right. Well, I guess we can get one more topic in. So basically, I want to talk about what you were talking about, this social media sensations, these YouTubers. Jake Paul versus Woodley this weekend. Oh boy, last weekend, I'm sorry. On a Sunday, on Showtime. There were some things that I really liked about the fight. The fact that the card. Amanda Serrano was on the card. We had Dubois on the card. Daniel Dubois, the heavyweight. We had Tyson on the card. Not Fury, but the cousin. Let's see. What else did I like? Oh, they finally added a female commentator to ask some questions. I like that. Let's see. Yeah. And Woodley versus Paul ended up being more of a good sell and a positive thing for Showtime as far as them coins was concerned, guys. I mean, tell us, how did you feel about the fight? The YouTubers, did they cause, the right type of positive energy for boxing, or is it still a negative for these YouTubers to be getting main stage?
Oh man, I would have rather seen Showtime, put the time, with a real, a top fight, a real professional, good professional fight with, all this young talent out here and champions, and we don't really get to see that many fights a year, and for a big slot to be taken,
right,
by this, this YouTube situation. I really didn't like it, I would have rather seen something else, but what can you say, man? People wanna see certain things these days, but me personally, I would have rather seen, a real championship fight with some, top guys.
Mm-hmm.
This YouTube thing, it's just, it is what it is, I guess. It is what it is. I don't know how long it's gonna hang around or be around. These guys are making their money. I can't knock their hustle. But I would rather personally have seen, some top young dudes, a title fight, or something like that being, going down that night.
Well, you know what I have to say to all of that. I mean, look like somebody got upset. I mean, look at this picture we got right here, where Woodley has got Paul in the ropes like this. Come on now, like
that should have been a knockdown.
Like, okay, that's right. Number one, when you're up against the ropes is holding you up due to a punch that you receive. It is usually called a knockdown. It was not called. However, I mean, here's the thing. Woodley said he was okay with a rematch. And all these fans, especially boxing fans, are pretty much saying that they feel that Woodley won the fight. I mean, did they think that this was going to be an easier fight than what it ended up being? So they, you know how they've been putting him in there with, kind of like fluff, so-called, exhibition type fighters. So, I mean, did they make a mistake with this matchup?
I don't know, fans, I mean, real fans know. I mean, a lot of people follow Jake Paul, they got excited seeing him knock a few guys out, but they don't realize, once you start stepping up and real, fighting real fighters, he's not going to get them same results. And he know that himself. So now he's questioning himself, like, is this something I want to continue? If I step up another notch, I might get my own self knocked out. So I think Jake, he might be wondering, if it's just something he want to really pursue after that fight there. I don't know if he thought he was better than what he was and thought he was just going to beat a 39-year-old, ex-MMA guy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he got, second thoughts about himself after this fight here. So,
right.
These YouTube things, I look at it like quick cash. They going to cash out eventually. And he probably get into something else. Who knows?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, for one quick minute, he did actually put on his Twitter that he was a retired boxer. But then that post was removed, apparently. And so I guess it was just a moment of weakness. I don't know. Maybe he saw this particular video footage of him up against the rope and didn't like it. But if you're a true boxer, you know that this type of thing can happen in your career. But it's how you end up recovering from that in that fight and, and delivering. And, maybe, just maybe, he got a little in his feelings by seeing that. So hopefully, he has 2 more fights that he has to do with Showtime. So hopefully we'll see him in there before. But my last question to you, I have to ask, and you know why I'm asking, is basically, would you have more respect for Paul as a boxer if you at least saw him in there with a professional boxer with, the right training and everything? Not a big record, but like a bona fide boxer with a similar record.
I think he probably could be a decent fighter if he just really, did it the right way and got, start from the bottom and just, slowly work his way up. He looked like he could, be a little decent fighter. Get a right trainer with him and really take it serious. I know he's a little, a little up in age to be really starting, but I mean, if he really, really wanted to get into it, he would have to do. For me, he would have to do it the right way and start slowly and work his way up.
Right.
And do it the right way. He just right now he's just picking and choosing guys who he think he can beat and just making money right now.
I know, but
it's all about making some quick money and who knows what's.
But if he really wants to be looked at differently, and he has an issue with people not taking him seriously, and he wants more fans to really benefit from watching his boxing matches, then don't you think it would be a good move for him to actually fight someone with a professional boxing record? I'm not talking about somebody with like even 10 wins over him. I'm talking about somebody with maybe 3 wins, and maybe 3 losses or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, just make it more where it's more believable. But I think they might have made a mistake with Woodley. It might work out because there could possibly be a Woodley versus Paul too, because it was such a controversy as to whether he won or not.
Wouldn't he calling out Conor McGregor too?
Oh my God, Conor McGregor, Canelo, like, it's like you don't want to be in there with no Canelo.
Yeah, you get that Canelo.
Yeah, he fooling himself on that one.
Maybe, no, he probably get his ass whooped by Anderson Silva.
I mean, you got to think, like, Woodley, he had a little boxing in his combat sports career. But, I mean, look how the Mayweathers had him tuned up and ready to go for this fight. I mean, many people think that he just backed off the gas after he had him hurt and deliberately did that. I mean, I hope that's not the case, but you just never know these days. All right, so we're going to first give our props out to the beautiful Dahlia Duran, who is our resident interpreter and translator. If you are listening to us and you happen to be of Latino descent, she has all of the correspondence for you so that you can understand what the Sakura A and the Emelio Santana are talking about right now. So shout out to Dahlia.
Beautiful.
Thanks, beautiful Dahlia. And then we have some comments. Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, Brian is saying that list we were looking at with Canelo as number one marketability over Javante Tank Davis, he's saying he said they got Starbucks workers doing that list. Like Roger said, you don't know shit about boxing. Hey, man, to that. Let's go ahead and give them 2 claps on that one. Yeah, really, really. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me make sure I got all. Okay. So we have Jason. He says he did pay out to the lower fighters. You are correct, Jason. He did give some of the undercard fighters some of his purse, like $1 million of his purse. He gave Serrano like an additional 200,000 or something. Like he was giving out coins, but guess what? 2 boxers he didn't give any more coins to. You got a better guess?
Willie.
No, it was not Willie. It was the heavyweights. He did not give any additional purse to Dubois or Fury. I'm wondering why. I mean, what is this? Some kind of hidden message or something?
That's new to me. I didn't know anything about that part.
Yeah. You guys just don't understand. Okay, so Brian, he wants to give a shout out to Montana Love. And he says he was good and had great footwork. Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. And I am trying to line up a podcast interview with him soon. And I just got his number, so I just got to pick the right time because, he's in party mode now because I seen where he wants to have a party this weekend, like a watch party to see him. So that must be an understanding that he feels like he did a great job, right? All right, so we got, let's see. Okay, beautiful Dahlia says, hello, guys. Thank you. Oh, you absolutely welcome. All right, so, guys, I just need somebody to tell me, are they for or against? I'm going to move on after this, I promise. But are you for or against YouTubers being the main events on these cards when Amanda Serrano, for instance, says this was the biggest payday she's ever received as a multi-division champion, as a combat sports athlete in many different MMA, disciplines as well as boxing. This was her first time that she said she received her biggest payday. So when you have things like that on the undercard with boxers, do you think it benefits boxing, or is just seeing the show of the main event itself null out any positivity because these boxers these fans of Jake Paul, will they transfer and watch other boxing since they've been introduced to it due to his being at the main event or not? Do you think it's a benefit or do you think it's forced? Let me know. I'm looking at my comments right now because I need somebody to answer. I got to know. Jason said, oh, well, that was Jason that was saying earlier about the payout. Okay. Nobody else is letting us know. They are not letting us know about these YouTubers and if they feel like it's a benefit.
I think it's a good thing. I mean, she's making the most money she's ever made. He is giving some other fighters a platform to be seen on a pay-per-view.
Right.
That's about the best thing I see out of a lot of these YouTube events. He is putting regular professional fighters on there to be seen and make some make some good money. So I applaud him for that. You can't knock that, and he's giving them extra money. So hey, I give them all for that right there.
Okay, well, you know what? I approve and disapprove. I am like kind of like there are some pros and there are some cons of this. And like I said, I just wish he would fight someone who's actually a professional boxer. And let's see where he's at in the game, because I do think he has a beautiful jab, and he knows how to move around and use ring generalship. So why can't we see that? And then I would be on board fully with him, you know, being on main events. Now, is that a slot that someone else might have had if the YouTubers weren't taking over the market right now? I mean, I have to say yes, it is a spot. But the problem is that we want the spots as boxing fans. We want the spot to go to like the best fight in the best, and that's not what we've been getting. And I think that's why we are having this vacuum where the YouTubers have a place to land.
But is Jake Paul, is he considering himself a real fighter, or he's just an entertainer where he just pick and choose different guys to entertain? I mean, how far do we want to take this boxing thing? Do we seriously want to get in contention and work his way up to a title, or he just want to just pick certain name guys that he feel like he can beat or be competitive with and just make money? He might just be in it for just the entertainment value of picking who he think he might can beat somebody with a name and keep it moving like that. He might not have intentions on really being a contender and working his way up to a world title or anything. This might just be a entertainment thing for him.
I mean, well, then say that and stop letting people add that onto a professional record then. Shouldn't it just be an exhibition if it's just a entertainer status for you? If they putting him, like, these are rankings. I mean, these are like actual professional bouts that they're counting on his record.
Who knows?
I love getting you stomped up on stuff like that.
Maybe you want to leave that. Maybe you feel like, oh, I can build a record, and if I decide to go further with it, at least I got a professional record with some wins on there. If he decides, who knows what he really want to do.
Okay, well, when we come back, we're going to be talking to somebody has something to do with our keyword of the night for our drinks.
What's that?
You want to know what the keyword is?
What's the keyword?
It's clutch, baby.
Clutch?
Clutch, baby. It's clutch.
I'll drink to that.
Okay, so, all right. So let's see if we can go to break right now. That would be great. And we'll finish up our hot topic so we can get to our first guest, in which we can drink some more, because we'll be saying the key word.
Man, I haven't heard that clutch since Sergeant Slaughter had that Cobra clutch he used to put some guys in back in the day.
Oh.
It's been a while since I heard clutch.
But I clutch you all the time. You say something wrong. Oh, okay. So let's go to break, and we'll be right back.
Ha yeah. Yeah. This is how we do it right here. Check it. Yeah. 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 This is how we do it right here. Check it. Yeah.
was a great weekend in which we had a lot of fun with TNK Boxing Promotions, and it was their All or Nothing 4 show. It was a great experience. We saw our main eventer, Antonio Tarver Jr., making it happen. T2, he started calling himself. Yes. And then there was other great fights like Finesse Graham. And
Finesse.
Yes, right here from St. Pete, doing a first round KO. Or
you
not.
What?
Was it body punch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Gonzalez caught that nice body punch too. Good shot, Damon.
Great shot, Dame.
And you know what? I was at the gym the other day, and Finesse was right back in the gym, y'all.
Oh, that's what I like. I like to see that kind of thing. You know that. That's how it is. I had a great time commentating with, Jose Ocasio, the super flyweight with TNK Boxing. And then we had our referee, turned commentator for the night, Chris Young. And it was great just having fun with them, as well as I enjoyed doing interviews with each person that won in the winner's circle. So later tonight, we're going to be talking to one of those winner's circles ladies, since it's ladies' night.
That was a great night. We had a few names in the building, man. The place was sold out. Great show at the St. Pete Clearwater Marriott.
I was happy with everything. What was the highlight for you for the night? Because there was like former world champion Winky Wright in the building. It was Antonio Tarver Sr., there for his father. There for his son. Jackson. Yes.
Chad Ocho Cinco Johnson was in there.
Yeah, we had Ocho. It was just a lot of talent in there that night. Oh, Darrell. Andre Darrell showed up. There was like some really good talent and amazing stars, the boxing celebrities in the house that night. So that was also very delightful. But you answered wrong. I just want to let you know that.
You asked me what was the highlight?
Yes.
Man, I think when Taz scored that knockdown, I ain't jumped out my seat in a long time.
Oh my God, you wrong again.
Well, wrong about what?
Shouldn't I have been the most...
Oh. Yeah, you was, baby.
Oh, okay. What in the hell, guys? You tell me. Should I be mad right now? I should have been number one on your list.
Yeah, you did your thing.
Oh, okay, thank you. But you did your thing too. You had a lot of boxing fans that were just, there. They just wanted to be a part of the Boxing PlayHouse fan experience, baby. And you and brand ambassador Rowena Pooh there, y'all did y'all thing.
Sure.
And I also like seeing Clarence Booth there too, and Hot Rod. Yeah, it was a cool night.
Clarence Booth.
Competitive fights too. Competitive fights. All right, so that pay-per-view is still available if you want to catch that card and see the lovely Sakura A doing her commentating thing. And you can go to tkboxingpromotions.com and pay your $19.99 to see that great show and see some really competitive bouts. It was very enjoyable, lots of fun. Can't wait for the next one.
Most definitely.
All right, so we're ready to move to our ladies' night interviews.
All right.
This is a promoter of the Clutch Combat Promotions. Let's get Lita in here. Lita Kaufman. Yes, Lita Kaufman. Yes. She's not used to the Southern accent. So, Lita Kaufman, please come on up here with us so we can talk about your new promotional company, honey. Clutch Combat Promotions.
Hi, how are you this evening?
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, great to see you folks again. We were just breaking bread a couple of weeks ago here in sunny Las Vegas, which is where the shades are down because it's still 110 degrees out.
No, I'm glad we missed that week then, because it was like perfect temperature for us last time when we were there.
Indeed. Well, thank you so much for having me on this morning. I told you that I would break the news on your show, so I'm very grateful and thankful for you both having me. and Clutch. Yes, Clutch Combat Promotions in the house, in the
Oh, what
box
you gonna
house.
say?
There you
Yeah.
go.
Where your drink at, Lita? Where your drink at? All right.
Cheers.
Okay.
So yeah, so Clutch Combat Promotions has been a dream, and it's been in the works for the last 10 years. And you know what they say, timing is everything. So
Mm-hmm.
now's the time. So we're orchestrating our first professional boxing promotion that's going to take place October 30th at the Richard Burchard Regional Fairgrounds, right out of Corpus Christi,
Woo!
Texas. And with the help of my master matchmaker and liaison extraordinaire, Justin Williams, we put together a card like no other. We have lots of local talent from the Corpus Christi area. We have some wonderful fighters coming in from Florida. And it's my honor to present 3 female bouts on the card that night.
Well, we're so proud of you, Lita. Thanks so much for just being like world class. And like, when you do anything, because I know your history with different, career choices you've made, you do it big. So I'm so excited about this particular boxing card because, it's Corpus Christi, Texas, baby. Everything is big there, right?
That's what
Indeed, indeed. So, so,
they say.
so
That's what it's
the website. I'm sorry. So the website should be up towards the end of next week, and we'll have a link for tickets also, and some of the local talent that Justin put together for the card. We have
uh-huh.
Israel Barbosa out of Corpus Christi, who I was blessed enough to work his corner as a second here in Las Vegas at the Virgin Hotels in June. And we have a number of other fighters. We have Marty Gutierrez, a local Robstown fighter. Jose Bernal Jr. out of Corpus Christi. Julian Pratt out of Corpus Christi. And we have the Mendoza sisters, Karina and Esmeralda Mendoza.
All
We
right.
have Nina Gallegos, Erica Donnelly, and we have a debut of a wonderful Florida boxer, Tyler Sears. He's out of Port St. Lucie, and just added and everything's in the works, of course. Nothing's been inked, but it's in the works. We have Isaiah Thompson, Night out of South Florida. At the end of this month, he'll be 6-0, and he will be our main event for that evening.
All right, I like that. I like that moniker that he has, and I also we have Lisa McClellan with the Ring of
Yes,
Brotherhoods that's going to be on next week with your other co-main event, Sears. So we'll
yes,
find
Tyler
out a little bit
Sears is
more about him
doing
and
on the
his
show.
style then. Mhm.
Yes, we very much look forward to that. That's going to be amazing. And we're going to bring all parts of the country together, new promotion company, new boxing management company, and we're all going to have a wonderful fight night, fright night, because it's the night before Halloween. So nothing's going to be
Oh
scary about
yeah.
it except a bunch of knockouts.
All right. I mean, that's the best type of scary to me. I love it. And also, I have to give you your kudos because you're actually making sure that women are incorporated on this card as well. With the Menendez, you said, or Mendoza family.
The Mendoza sisters, Esmeralda and Karina Mendoza. Yes.
What?
So
Okay.
we were
So go ahead.
we were we were originally looking at 1 or 2 bouts, and I said, you know something, let's bump it up a notch. We're having 3 female bouts on the card, and I
Wow.
just feel it's very important that women get recognition, they can advance their careers, and you know that women in boxing usually don't get the recognition they deserve. So if I can do something to help elevate, I'm grateful to be able to do that.
Yes, for sure. I'm like so grateful that you are willing to do it. But also, you're not giving anybody anything because, these ladies work hard to get these shots on these promotional cards. And as far as I'm concerned, a lot of them steal the show, just like this last weekend.
Yes.
So, yes. So we have to just look forward to the fact that they're going to put on an amazing show and really transfer some of those male dominated boxing fans, make them believers when it comes to these women, that they're here to fight just as hard and can do just as good a job.
Yes, and the goal is to put on a full female card and help as many women as possible advance their career and to blow out the house with female boxers.
All right. Well, you're getting a hellified start because this seems to be like a really amazing group of boxers that's going to be highlighted on this card. Now, what I really want to know is, Lita, what made you to decide to, go into this promotional direction? And is there anybody in your family that used to be into boxing or anything? Being that most women that's into boxing had someone influential back around them, I'm just wondering if that's how it happened for you too.
Well, actually, the funny thing is, no, it didn't. But I remember as when I was younger, I just loved boxing, and I would go to the Daily News. Used to have the Golden Gloves at Madison Square Garden. I saw Cornell Whitaker there. I saw Virgil Hill, and I just followed it for many, many years. And I don't remember watching it with grandfather or father, but I was just so interested, and I read up on it and read up on it and followed it through the years, and went to fights pretty much by myself because girls want to play with dolls, right? And I want to go watch boxing. So then everything just kept on. Every time I put the boxing to the back, there was mileposts that kept presenting themselves to me, like in South Florida, I ran into many people who were boxers. We became friends and ran into Don King and several other people. So I took a class on how to become a fight promoter with Roy Engelbrecht out in California. He's my mentor. And then I said, okay, I'm a boxing promoter. This was over 10 years ago. I'm a boxing promoter. Well, like when you take a test for any other occupation, you learn the basics. And I'm like, okay, I don't know very many people, and okay, and how am I going to get the talent and what am I going to do? So I started writing for Real Combat Media. And at that point, I kind of felt kind of like a hypocrite because I'm writing about the warrior mentality. I'm writing about a left hook, a right cross, but I didn't know what it meant to give it, and more importantly, to receive it. So I started getting in the ring and training. And then someone said, hey, Lita, why don't you get your red and blue book? And I'm like, okay, what's a red and blue book? And that's for USA Boxing. So I've been a USA Boxing coach and referee, level 2 judge and referee for a couple of years. I did that in South Florida. Right now I live in Nevada, so I'm doing it this weekend at Richard Steele's gym. And, it just snowballed. So I helped build rings. I helped promote fights in the background, kind of like shadowing. And I just worked as a second. So, and I've come to know, respect, and love many people in the boxing world. So this is the next natural progression of everything that I've done and learned in boxing. And I thank everybody who helped me along the way, mentors, guidance, give me love, give me help. Shout out to you. Of course, Dahlia Duran, Shelley Williams, who are in the chat, and all of the other countless, Lisa McClellan. I feel like I'm getting an award. No, I'm just kidding. Just everybody been so loving and gracious. Most of the people that I encountered along the journey have been nothing but wonderful and want to help and teach me and give me the tools I need to succeed. So now Justin's been very instrumental in helping me. He's wonderful, pretty much doing he's the general, doing quite a bit of things. He's helping with the get some sponsorships, and putting all the tasks together, helping with getting the website, the graphics, things of that. Because as you know, there's 50 jobs to do to put on a show. So kudos to Justin, and it's just going to be an amazing class event, and I'm really very much looking forward to it. There's VIP seats with your name on it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys October 30th, Fright Night at the Richard Bouchard Regional Fairgrounds, right outside of Corpus Christi. It's in Robstown, and we'll
Yes, it
publicize
is near
it.
the beach. It's near the beach.
Yeah, no.
No,
No, I'm
okay.
like, okay. I was saying I'm
But
gonna
Corpus
because all I
Christi
wanted
is
to
near
do.
the beach. They do have beaches, so it's close to
Well,
it.
yeah, but
That's what I mean.
where I was, it was like 2/10 of them. I mean, I stuck my foot in the sand and I grounded with
Mhm.
Mother Earth, and then
Right.
that was about it.
Well, we have
So
one
yeah,
of the people that you sent it out a thank you to. We have the beautiful Dahlia Duran. She says, "Congratulations, Lita. It's always
oh, I
been your
do.
dream. I'm glad it is finally here. Hashtag BPH."
Yes, and hopefully she'll be ringside also as my guest. And there's going to be so many guests. I hope I have tickets to tickets to sell. But again, I'm doing it out of love, and I'm doing it to help the boxers. And since it has been a dream, I couldn't go the rest of my existence without doing it and regretting not doing it. So it's been a pleasure. There's been no anxiety, and everything is just rolling together naturally and organically, which is making it a pure joy.
Yes, you do seem happy. And it seems like with all the women we speak to, it's kind of like the Korean boxing kind of like was like there, and then it transformed, and then you kind of moved into this and that. And like it just seems like, you end up being able to do dual roles in boxing. So that's the amazing thing about boxing for women. And I do also have Shelly Williams. She's in the house tonight, and she is the newly Women's Boxing Hall of Famer, baby. Congratulations to Shelly. She says, Miss Lita B, I am over the moon proud of you. Aww. Yeah, that's so
And
sweet.
that's so sweet. She's my fairy godmother, and any question I have, I mean, she would go to the ends of the earth to help me, and likewise. So she's wonderful also. Everybody's been very wonderful. Do we see Lisa on here to give her a shout out?
I don't see Lisa. I don't see her right now. I did send her the link
Well,
though earlier, so she'll be on here shortly. The timing
okay. Well,
always gets her
clutch,
off a little
clutch,
bit.
Lisa. Clutch to
That's
Lisa,
right. You
Shelly,
said
and
clutch.
all the other wonderful women.
Absolutely. And
Cheers.
we have Andrew. He says, can't wait to see the fights.
That's my son. Hi, son.
Oh, hey, what's going on? Andrew, that's her
Yep.
son. Okay. What's up?
And he'll
And
be in the
let's
house.
see. And we also have Coach Louis Camacho on here. Hey, Camacho. We miss you. We have to see him again. He's a new Florida Boxing Hall of Famer from this year. He danced the night away.
And it make him
At
dance.
89, or was it 90? 90 years old. Amazing. So, Lita, before you go, I want to know, how did you come up with your promotional company name? Clutch.
You took my word, my
Clutch, actually, it's the brainchild of Andrew, my son, who's on the call also, who helped me formulate a name. And we just played around with many different monikers, and that stuck. So Clutch Combat Promotions is courtesy of Andrew, my son. Thank you, son.
Yay! That's so sweet and endearing. And I'm sure that name is going to live up to, all the hype that comes behind it. And we're going to see some great fights. And those fights are coming on October 30th, correct?
October 30th, the night before Halloween, fight night at the Richard M. Bouchard Regional Fairgrounds, about 10 minutes out of Corpus Christi in Robstown. Stay tuned for links to tickets, links to the website, which isn't up yet. I just wanted to come on your show, make everything public, and get the ball rolling. So stay tuned for more information. And as I receive it, you'll be the first recipients because you're so gracious. And thank you so much for having me on your show. And I can't wait to see you again.
Absolutely. We hope that it's that fight night. Clutch, baby.
Clutch in the house. There you go.
You got you some clutch ring girls?
Well, not only do we have ring girls, but we're having 3 female bouts. So rest assured, there's going to be a ring card man. Yes, there is. There's entertainment.
Yeah, Emelio Santana. Emelio Santana lives for these ring girl picks. And
support the women. I support all women.
Yes, and also those ring girls love to take pics with him as well. So
it's all about supporting women.
Well, Sakura, I got a little something for you also, girl. So.
All right, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Cause I'm like, where is the ring men? What? I need me some eye candy to look at too, and take pictures with sometimes. So, Lita, I know you're gonna hook us up.
I'm gonna hook you up. It's gonna be a wonderful, classy, fast-moving, enjoyable, affordable event. It's going to be family friendly. There's going to be entertainment. There's going to be announcers, great sponsors. There's vendor tables available for sale. And if anybody is interested in a sponsorship package, just DM me and I'll get everything over to you.
Okay, and we're going to share everything over to the Boxing PlayHouse page as well for ticket information and how you can become a sponsor. Lita, thank you so much for being with us tonight, girl. And we just appreciate you so much as a woman in the sport of boxing and a new promoter at that. We are so excited for your new journey as a promoter of Clutch Combat Promotions. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. And a final shout out to Justin Williams, matchmaker and liaison extraordinaire. Andrew, my son, Andrew Evans, Shelly, my fairy godmother, Dahlia Duran, and everybody else on the call that I haven't seen scrolling through. Thank you for your support. I'm very grateful. Thank you. See ya at Fight Night, Fright Night.
All right. Take care, and hopefully we'll see you there.
Okay, you will.
All right.
Yeah. This is how we do it right here. Check it. Yeah. There's gonna be plenty of things you're gonna see. I know. Trust me when I tell you. It's coming. It's coming. Welcome to the house. The one they talking about. Word of mouth. The Boxing PlayHouse. Without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about. Listen, welcome to the house, the one they talking about. Word of mouth, the Boxing PlayHouse, without a doubt. This is how we do it right here. Check it. Yeah. 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 This is how we do it right here. Check it. Yeah.
Well, we are finally ready for our winner circles for the night. And this will always be the segment on the show where we highlight a boxer and their accomplishments in the ring. So we tonight have the winner of the night. They got the fight of the night. T&K Boxing Promotions Clutch type of Nicholson Award. You like that? I still caught it in there. I mean, she's a beautiful boxer of inside and out. She has a great team behind her, and I'm excited to announce her. Are you ready?
I'm so excited.
Well, tonight we have the viral sensation, knockout queen,
Yeah.
Tez Karise, the golden child, Brown, and her amazing trainer, which is Mrs. Lady Laura Ram. Hi, guys.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, Boxing PlayHouse, Sakura.
How you doing?
And Emelio.
Well, guys, you know, when I posted that video of your knockout, I had no idea that it was going to be so spectacular and people were going to love seeing Tez, a female boxer, do a KO. I mean, how do you guys feel about that? And, I mean, did you guys train for a knockout, or is this something that, you know, just kind of was there and it happened more organically?
Well, initially we always train for the knockout, but that's if it's present. But far as how it happened and far as it going virtual, I'm excited. This was phenomenal. I never expected it, and I feel like I just fought last night, and I'm still full of excitement. But shout out to my team and to Lady Brown. Yes, they are always there, support me, help me out in my corner. Unfortunately, this one only lasted 41 seconds, so I didn't have any work really done with the corner. So,
Well, we want to congratulate you, and we are going to talk about that more in detail about how your opponent was not a fluff opponent at all. But what we're going to do first is talk with Miss Coach Lady Ram. I mean, how proud are you of Taz today, or of Saturday as well?
Man, I was ecstatic for the knockout, but anybody in attendance, you can tell it was a bit scary. So it was kind of one of those bittersweet moments where, you want to celebrate, but it's hard to celebrate when, you have somebody laid out on the canvas. And, a lot of times on the male side, if they're laid out, a lot of people, they're cheering and there's concern, but not really, right at the moment. But in women's boxing, it's just, if a female is laid out, there's just always this, immediate concern. So we didn't really get a chance to celebrate like we wanted to. It was the late celebration. So we've been celebrating ever since, and we've been watching the views. So, it's been amazing, watching everything unfold.
Right, exactly. The opponent was Elizabeth Tuani, and to our surprise, she was from the Seattle, Washington area. And she said that they actually watch our show all the way out in Seattle. So I do want to send her a shout out and wish her blessings. And I do understand what you're saying, Lady Ram, whereas in, the guys still get to celebrate a moment before they're actually concerned. And whereas they feel like when a woman is celebrating and their opponent is on the floor, they want you to stop in action right then. So I do understand that, and yes, it was a scary moment because my mouth in the video, you actually see my mouth in the corner like, what the heck just happened?
Right,
you
yes.
know, Elizabeth Tuani, she was a game opponent. And what I didn't realize before the fight night was that she had actually been in the ring and went the distance with someone that we all know as Baby Tyson, who's an amazing boxer. So I just knew this was going to be a highly competitive fight and was going to last longer than the 40 seconds. How about you guys?
It's the same here. I was looking forward to a full out, if not 3 rounds, 4 rounds, going toe to toe with her, and it was totally unexpected. I was in shock within the first couple of seconds. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and we did our homework and we watched and Lady Tyson, as she's known, she's a shorter but more aggressive, moving forward type of opponent. And we watched the
Very aggressive.
video and he was like, look, she hung with Lady Tyson. That's something to be said. So we know we had to, we felt like we had to put some work in. And I always tell her, if you hurt them, finish them. But we just didn't realize that it was going to be so fast. And I really think Taz, maybe as she was starting, I felt like she got caught up a little bit with the, she probably didn't expect the girl to come out and throw punches so fast that just her instinct just took over, and this is the end result. So, that's one of those things that I can't coach. Her instinct, I can't coach that. So, kudos to Taz for just, doing what you need to do in business, in the boxing business. So.
Or I've been getting all kind of calls from all over the place. Everybody want to know who this Tez Brown is.
Did you tell him?
I told you.
Well, I guess the question is, how do you feel knowing that people are not just only looking, but they're interested to know more facts about you?
Well, this is actually, as a coach, this is the moment you're waiting for. I've always given the analogy in an image to Carisse where, there's this image that shows you keep digging and digging and digging, and if you give up, one more dig could be like the breakthrough. So we've been talking about that. Everything she's going through. Today is her mother's birthday, and as most of you know, her mother passed away, and we just got through, from celebrating her mom's favorite restaurant. And if she would have given up, a year ago, there's no, she wouldn't be at this point. So I've always kind of kept telling her, keep digging, just keep digging. There's going to be a breakthrough moment for you. And once you, just one more punch or one more step, you'll see exactly what I've been thinking about basically since I met her, So again, this is where we are now. I think this is one of her breakout moments. So.
Taz, that had to have been a great night, to get the win and then to win that trophy for fight of the night. I know that night was just a great night. I got so excited I jumped out my seat. And I had my drink, but I didn't spill it. I didn't spill nothing, but I jumped out the seat and I ran to the ring. I don't know if y'all saw me, but I ran right up to the ring. I was so excited.
Yeah.
I was really excited too. I was glad I was able to get that interview in with you guys that night. I mean, it was such a elated moment for the entire crowd that was there that night, and to know that it came from a female just gave me like a little extra, piece of joy, because you got all these naysayers out here and non-believers. Shout out to Lane, he gave me those words. The non-believers and the naysayers out here that don't believe in women's boxing or that women can KO individuals. And so I'm glad you put that little theory to bed finally with this KO. And I think that may be a reason why people are continuing to watch and view this particular clip. What you think?
say that last part again, please.
I said, what do you think? Do you think that's the reason why people are even more interested in the KO because it came from a woman and they don't see it very often? And what do you feel about the stereotype that, a lot of male boxing fans have, thinking that women can't knock out me? Well, I don't want to say men, but
I believe they're wrapped up in their male ego. I don't know where it comes from, that they believe that male fighters are going to be more exciting. Half of the time, it's the females that are really putting on the show and making everything exciting, and then it's for the fact that I am a female and the KO came from a female, it makes it very exciting, especially for the fact of how long it took afterwards to make sure that my opponent was all right. It had a lot of people wondering, well, what's going on? And oh, it was the female. She knocked out somebody, so they're probably like, what? Oh my gosh. And that probably made more people rush in to try to figure out what's going on and if my opponent's all right. But there's no way that I don't think right now there's any male right now, like maybe Canelo or somebody of high stature for the male side that would have the crowd going crazy. But the females generally do.
Yes, exactly. Um, I had got into it with my heavy bag boxing crew that we have on Tuesday nights. It's Tough Talk Tuesdays. And, we got into a debate about whether women need to be, sexy and whether, women can knock out their opponents. They haven't seen it in a while. They were frustrated that Amanda Serrano had such a big platform last weekend with the Jake Paul fight, but she was not able to deliver that knockout that they wanted her to be able to do. And I'm like, well, first of all, even with males, everybody is not going to be able to be knocked out. It just don't happen. It don't work like that. Like, it's not like you can go in the ring and be like, oh, yeah, definitely, I'm going to knock her out. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing.
Right.
But two, why does it have to be an element of sexuality? And three, why do you think, well, me personally, I actually said the reasoning also had to do with the fact that these promoters are only interested in signing. I'm saying these big promoters are only interested in signing people that have a certain look, if you know what I mean. And meanwhile, because we travel and we're able to see these local cards here and there and these divisional cards, we get to see the type of talent that these fans are not able to see when it comes to women. So don't believe that these women cannot knock people out.
Right.
Right.
Laura, I know during your time you laid a lot of women out, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. I wouldn't say a
So
lot,
that was
but I did a lot of damage, and with my career, a lot of people know that I didn't have a set corner or set training. I was all over the place trying to get somebody to latch on to believing and trusting in my ability, and I didn't have any particular one person or two people. I had an array of people, and all these people, excuse me, I surround, around Taz. But, my thing is, and I'm just finding this out, that people are coming back and telling me, although I might have not won the fight, my intent of going in there was basically to seek, kill, and destroy, even if they didn't give me the win. So, my whole mindset and mentality, was just totally different back then. I just wanted to hurt somebody, regardless if, regardless of the win or not. So I think I accomplished that most of the time.
you had that killer instinct that all boxers need to have when they get in that ring, lady.
Oh, oh yeah, definitely. So, and with Carisse, I I think she has it, but because she just doesn't, she's just really getting into boxing because she's been into track for so long. I was trying. She was so focused on perfect boxing, like trying to be perfect, trying to learn every single thing and be perfect. And I'm telling her, listen, you know, some of these girls are coming off. I would jokingly say, they're cheerleaders. So if you're gonna be perfect, losing to a cheerleader, you might not need to box, because in the end of the day, it's to what?
Oh,
The end of the day in boxing is to win. So, we just been working on her mindset, her mentality, and just molding her. And so that's what you're seeing now. You're seeing Taz really, becoming a more developed fighter, and not really worrying about being so perfect. And and that's what you saw. She had punches all over the place, which is not what we worked on, but she was able to do damage with that speed. So there you have it.
Was not laid out, honey. There's no doubt in my mind of that.
Y'all, you know what? Another highlight of the night for me was when y'all had them dogs come out with that gold Versace on. That really, I enjoyed
Thank you,
that.
thank you. Although it's business, it's still entertainment. So,
Oh yeah.
we always, and, especially again, as women, I hate to keep saying that, but sometimes, you know, it seems like your performance is not enough. So you have to entertain the fans, give them something to talk about the next day. And,
Right.
we are into breeding shorty bulls. A lot of people don't know about shorty bulls. And, we have our own shorty bull club called Big Dreams Bullies. And we said, you know what? Let's bring the pups out. Let's bring the dogs out. We'll suit them up. And some people going to be looking at the dogs because they're into dogs. Some people going to be looking at Taz because they're watching Taz. Some people don't know Taz, so they'll probably be looking at me. People probably looking at the belt. So we just wanted to entertain, whoever we could with that little lineup that we had. So it was really strategic on what we did, actually.
Yes, I know you worked hard, especially with your training, and your new camp is in the St. Cloud area. Is that right?
Yes, we go up there to train sometimes, mostly on Thursdays. But we do have a new gym that we're going to be merging with Legends. That's the name of the gym here in Lakeland. So
Yeah.
I'm ecstatic about that being finished, so we can that'll be my permanent home, and we'll move on from there.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to see this legend become, the spot to be. So we'll be down there to check out this new facility as soon as y'all give us the, come on down, welcome, that it's ready and everything. But just don't, Lady Ram, don't ask me to do no sit ups. Don't ask me to do none of this stuff in there now. I'm just there to visit and show your facility.
Oh,
I don't need a workout.
okay, no problem. But with the Legends Boxing, a lot of people in the Tampa area, they already know Legends Boxing Club. It's with former WBC champion Francisco Ariella, and he's kind of moved down to the Lakeland area doing some business, and we came collaborate together. And he said, "Look, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm inviting you in to do." So basically, it's a turn. It will be a turnkey operation. I already have the key. I have my nails done, so they don't have me painting any walls or knocking down drywall, anything like that. So I'm excited. This is the first time I'm actually able to sit back, relax, and just wait on the work to be done so I can get started with my portion of the training and so forth. So we're excited.
So we got some comments here. We got Jason Crosby, our crunch man. He says, such a difference from her first fight. Got to be the most improved fighter of the year. It was going to happen. Did you see the punches and bunches? And did you see her gold shoes? Oh, yes, Lady Ram. Y'all was killing it with the gold shoes, honey. Y'all had that signature boxing playhouse look down pat for the golden child. Tell us a little bit about your
Yeah.
shoe appeal.
Okay, so those shoes were just some basic shoes in the area, but
No, just the
the
basic.
first fight I actually designed from Italy this one of a kind shoe. It's called KO Sports Unlimited shoe for Champ Taz, and she actually wore those shoes up, doing training for her first fight. And I said, listen, they seem a little heavy. Are you sure that these shoes are gonna work out? And so she was like, yeah, I'm sure they feel good. And I'm like, okay, because after the fight, I don't want any excuse, about these shoes being too heavy. So she didn't tell me that the shoes were a distraction. Her legs were burning the first fight, and so after the fight, she let me know that the shoes were a little heavy, Her legs are burning, so we rectified the situation right away. So what am I saying? I'm saying that first of all, we won't be using those shoes. Second of all, if Melissa Parker, who's now, I think she's ranked number seventh in the world, she's already a world champion. If we are ever able to rematch her, it's going to be a different result because, we knew where the mistake lied, and we felt that at that point in time with her abilities, we were able to maybe get a draw or maybe edge her out. But right now, with the fire and everything that's in Carisse right now, Melissa Parker, it's gonna be a different fight. I'm just saying that right now. It's
Oh,
gonna be a
I
different
hear
fight.
a challenge. I hear a rematch in the air.
Yeah,
I'm loving that matchup. We
yeah.
both know, everybody knows that would be a highly competitive boxing match. They both now have world champions. I mean, Taz is a world champion herself now with the Women's International Boxing Association. So, she has a belt, Melissa has a belt. This seems like a no-brainer.
Right, right.
Yep.
We're gonna get a few more fights in though. And I don't even know if they wanna, want the challenge or whatever. But regardless, there's other people out there that's more important than Melissa Parker. But um, I just know that, like Bill Crosby said, she's a totally different fighter. She's already had it in her, but like I
Yes.
said, she was trying to be that perfect boxer, and I was like, listen, perfect boxing, you know, if somebody else has that hard desire and they catch you with that one punch, you might have a beautiful loss. So we didn't come to lose. I don't care if it's an ugly loss. We'll go back to the gym and revamp and go back over some things. But in boxing, it's just one of those things that you shouldn't lose. You don't train to lose. So that's it.
Absolutely. I mean, I also think it was inexperience too for the moment because that was one of her earliest fights. Wasn't that her pro debut?
Yes.
Yeah, like I mean, it could be just as simple as that. But on a day like this Saturday, honey, Melissa would have got her. She would have got her day. She wouldn't have wanted to see that day because Taz was in that mood. We actually have a picture of her after the knockdown. I mean, this look on her face was just like murder she wrote. I was like, oh my lord, Taz is on fire tonight, y'all. But
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you in the ring again. And I think you guys have some lovely new information for us. Kind of.
For her next fight, you saying?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
so you want to tell them what we're working on?
We are working on sponsorships in order to help me for my next bout to be in the Bahamas.
At the end of the month,
All
September, it's going to be a really
right.
quick turnaround. So we're looking at September 25th. This is one where, you know, my cornerman, well, her cornerman, the Coach Jose Cruz out of St. Cloud, where we go to on Thursdays. He called me like the very next day. Ram, I got this opportunity to go to Bahamas. We got to raise the money. Let's get this going. We got the slot. If check with Carisse's people, which is TNK Boxing Promotion, and check with them and make sure everything is a go. And if it is, thumbs up. Let's go. So that's what we're in the process of doing, is just trying to, again, a lot of people don't know the ins and outs of this early stage of boxing and what it entails a lot of times. But we're doing this, again, another fundraiser to try to get to the Bahamas and, try to get another win. And then we'll come back to Florida. I think it's maybe Ocala in November for one more bout of the year, and then we're going to wrap it up. So that'll be the year 2001,
Hey,
2021 in review.
Yep.
Yeah.
that is such a schedule you have. And I mean, it's everything that a female boxer would want for their career, Taz. I mean, you are highly favored. And, I know some of it has to do with, a very special person that was in your life and that's now your angel. I see today was your mother's birthday.
Oh yes. Today's her birthday, so we went over to, well, she calls it Talk of the Town, but it also has the name Texas Cattle Company, and
Oh, yeah.
went over there and ordered her one of her favorite meals, which is a T-bone steak.
That's Emilio's favorite, too. He's on that T-Bone, girl.
Okay. Yep.
Yep, you gotta have
Yeah.
that. That's a great way to celebrate your mom. I know she was very influential, and we all, are just want to give you a big hug whenever this birthday rolls around because I know it's very special for you, as well as emotional. So just know that you're having a career for a female that is highly unusual with these fights. The schedule that you have even must
Yes.
less the KO. So you have to be going in the right direction, and she has to be smiling down and being an angel to make some of this possible. Just always remember that.
Oh yes. Thank you
Yes,
so
yes,
much.
yes.
T-
Yes.
Taz, do you look like your dad at all? Because you look so much. You got any a
Okay.
little
See,
bit
the
of your
story
dad in you
is
anywhere?
once upon a time, maybe about 4 years old, I looked just like my dad. I was his twin. Went with him everywhere. And then I grew up and fast forward to when I was in college versus to now. So I must have transformed and started looking more like my mother. God
Right.
rest his soul, my dad passed. Me and my mother started bonding more and more together, and then boom, we're twins.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh, I like that story. Yes. I mean, it happens. I've seen a couple of kids where they start out looking like one parent, and then when they get to be like a teenager, they like transform to the other parent. So I know what you mean.
Yes.
Well, we got some comments for you. We got Coach Camacho in the house. By the way, he said he just turned 86, not
Wow.
90, but that's still like
Six.
amazing. And he says, just keep up the good work. What you are doing is great for the young and up and coming fighters. Absolutely. You're being a mentor.
Correct.
Thank you.
Correct.
And then
I
we
will.
got Rocky. Rocky says, what's up, Rocky?
Rocky.
Yes, Rocky says, congratulations on the win, Tez. And hello, Boxing Playhouse. Shout out to Lady Ram and Jason Crosby.
Hey, Rocky.
Rocky's the coolest. Like you got to have him at the boxing events. I mean, because he just be, floating around like Emelio. They got the good positive energy with them wherever they go, and they're excited about the fight. I love to see people like that at these events.
Yeah, Laura, when you said the Bahamas, you made me think about Muhammad Ali. That was the last place he fought. We fought Trevor Burbick.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Thank
the
you for the
last spot for
history.
Muhammad. Even though he didn't win that fight, that was the last place he fought.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah, I
so
mean, she's
the
about to get a
Olympic,
champ, a well-known champ like Ali in a minute here.
I can hear
Okay,
you.
guys.
What was?
I mean, I'm hoping that we get this Bahama trip going and that Taz has a beautiful trip as well as Lady Ram. And also hoping that I might have another highlight reel like the last one from the 10K boxing promotions card.
Oh yeah. So we'll be working on it. We get going back to the lab. I gave her a few days off to celebrate her mother's birthday, so we're gonna get back in the lab like ASAP, and start working on some things, and we'll see what we could do. And if the Bahamas trip doesn't work out, it's okay. There are some other things that's brewing. Um, Jesus Escalera, um, he is just busy behind the scenes trying to get some other fights that's not in Florida settled. So we're still gonna have opportunity for. We're looking at still two fights regardless of the Bahamas, but it would be nice to go, and we'll just see what we can pull out.
Don't kill me, Coach.
It's for you
What?
guys. And
Train Kim.
I just
No.
want to say
Oh,
one last thing about Taz. If you guys really don't know her and we're introducing you to her, she has a heart of gold, and that's the real reason why she's our golden child.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh,
thank you guys.
thank you so much, family.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, tell the fans where they can find you on social media to keep in touch and find out where your next fight will be.
All right. So you can follow me on Facebook at Carisse, Carisse, Taz, like Tasmanian Devil, Brown, like the color. And then if you go to Instagram, you can find me at Buffy, Buffy 863. And otherwise, for my Twitter account, when I post my latest updates, it will be T as in T Rex underscore Buffy, Buffy, and that will be for Twitter. I also have TikTok. That is also Carisse Taz Brown. All right.
And you're working on a OnlyFans, I think it is.
Yeah, a fans only page. As soon as I get that up and running, you guys, you'll be able to go there, subscribe, and continue to
Okay,
be
I
on.
love
Excuse
that
me,
idea.
sorry.
And also, I wanted you to give your information because you were telling us about the Gullah tribe that you also are a good what do you call it? You're a good role model for, and you are being what we call a representative for the Gullah tribe. And I wanted to just get the information so that people can get more information on, how they can help out with the current situation with your people, the Gullah people.
All right. One way to get in contact with the Gullah Geechee Nation is spelled Gullah, Gullah, Geechee, Geechee, and then Nation, Nation. And Queen Quet is who you will be writing to. She's over the Gullah Geechee Nation, and she's not only present on Facebook but also the website www.gullahgeechenation.org. And then you could also Google and find out other various places that you could either get in contact or they have T-shirts, they have books, they have artwork, they have any and everything you could possibly want, including how to cook those shrimp and grits and any other type of low country food that you like to learn about.
That came from your people, honey.
Yes,
Ooh.
hunty, with the blue crabs and the rice and everything.
Yummy. I got to check them out next time they have an event for sure. I know you just had a great time at their event, and that is like, something I want to be able to participate in because they are doing wonderful things for the community there and helping with legal assistance and saving people's homes by paying these ridiculous taxes they trying to put on these families so that they can, get more land that they greedy behind don't even need. But that's for a different day, Cash. I
Okay,
get
okay.
heated about things like that. I get heated about things like that. So definitely, if you guys can support her, please just inbox Cash herself to find out more information and get the links and everything about the event and the ways that you can contribute to saving these people's land. Guys, oh, Emilio has a question.
Laura, what's next for the dogs?
Um, I think one of the pups should be coming in heat fairly soon. And as I think I've said before, we're breeding them. They're a very special breed. You guys could go to, what's the name of the YouTube bully? Short the
Short,
the the
oh,
the
the Shorty
shorty
Bull story.
not the
Oh,
shorty,
shorty?
the shorty story. Go
Okay.
to the shorty story on YouTube, and it'll give you all of the history of the breed. It's the breed has been in existence about 22, 23 years, and so they're actually show dogs, but we have four females and one male, and we're going to start breeding them from Big Dreams Bullies, and then we're going to be prepping them for shows because we take them to shows, but we're going to start prepping them for the bigger shows, trying to get points and trying to get them to earn their championship status. So that's kind of behind the scenes what we do away from boxing.
So will we see them at more fights in the future?
Yeah, we might pull out the other ones. We might pull out some of the other ones. So definitely, you'll see them. And I have to get on my sewing machine and pull out one of those. We call them the golden nuggets. So I have to
Yeah,
make a
the Golden
uniform,
Nuggets has some nice outfits.
for the
They gonna
Golden
have to put
Nuggets.
that together, honey.
They gonna fly.
Well, I thought that the little puppies, they was the darlings, but then they started looking at my legs, and I was like kind of scared there for a minute because, I got chicken legs, so they might have looked at that and been like, it's time to eat. So they ram and jump over them so I could get to Taz for the interview.
Yeah, well, they're not supposed to be aggressive to people. There's always some unusual circumstances, but these dogs are remarkable dogs. They have the Staffordshire, Frenchie, and the English Bulldog all in one to make with this beautiful, just beautiful loving dog. It's like a human being. They're remarkable. So if you guys go to the Short Story on YouTube with Jamie Sweet, I'm gonna shout out to her in Kansas. You guys can learn about their breed and they're healthier dogs that supposedly should be living longer than the average Frenchie or English Bulldog. So,
And they'll chip
Oh,
off
well,
the old
that's
block.
really
Whichever
cool to
puppy
know.
that you get, I swear it's going to be a miniature you. They're going to copy everything you do and try to do it themselves.
yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, I hope they can copy my late rock star hours when I'm sleeping in the morning and I'm not taking them out.
Yeah, they'll be right there, right, waiting on you.
Yep.
When you go to the bathroom, when you go to the kitchen, when you go to the mailbox or whatever, they'll be right by your side. So they're very, very, very loyal.
But they better learn how to sleep in. That's all I can tell them.
They will. Trust me. They won't move until you move. So I wish I had some kids like that would actually listen. So.
Right.
Hey, did they enjoy themselves at the fight? Did they enjoy themselves?
It seemed like they did. They love attention. We take them out and they get socialized with people. So that's the beauty of it, where you can almost just let them run free if we could, but except for the black one, I'm not quite sure. She came off some medication and her whole persona has changed. So we're working on that. But for the most part, that's just an unusual circumstance. For the most part, they're very friendly, animal friendly to cats and birds. And I don't think you can ask for a better dog actually.
And the black one's still kind of fun because she chases your shadow, so that's her special ability.
Right? Yeah, she's a shadow chaser. So.
They didn't crawl under the ring and pee or nothing, did they?
No, but in the back, Rambo, he hit up one of the bags. I don't know if he smelled something on one of the bags, but he did do the leg hike and hit one of the boxer's bags. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't think Tito, Jesus Escalera, TNK would have liked that too much on his fancy ring. But listen, guys, I think the Golden Nuggets should have their own IG page.
They do. They do. It's called. They do. She runs.
It's called Big Dreams Bullies.
Big Dreams Bully. No, they got to be the Golden Nuggets now.
See, they want the Golden Nuggets versus.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we started as Big Dreams Bullies. That's the name, but we're gonna have to do something, concoct something to come up with the Golden Nuggets. But that's when they're in their uniform and they're performing.
Right.
So I don't know we don't know how we're gonna do that, but we'll come up with something. We'll come up with something.
Golden Child, Golden Nugget mascots.
Yes. Yeah. And
Okay,
we have some
guys,
other
we're gonna
things.
let you go. We're gonna let you guys go, and we thank you so much, Tez. We're so proud of you. That KO was amazing, and we do want to send a shout out to your opponent as well, and her speedy recovery. Hopefully, everything is going well with her. And just to say, keep up the good work, and know that you're having an influence on ladies boxing as a whole when you have such a magnificent and undeniable knockout.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank Boxing PlayHouse for always showing love and support. And we definitely thank Brittany for that amazing footage. You know, I think it's at 107K.
Yeah.
This is
Probably
just
9 now.
unbelievable. You know, Taz definitely needed this boost. So you guys continue to show love, support, send prayers. She's been through a lot, and you know, she just needs that energy to kind of keep going. So we thank everybody that's been a part of what we're doing, and you know, we're gonna keep working and to bring you more exciting entertainment. So.
And I'd like to give a shout out to Emelio. Thank you for my birthday shoes, those Versace shoes, October 7th. I'll be waiting for them.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got you.
We got you.
Yeah. And also,
Are they
I
still-
would just like to
we all-
say,
Okay. Just wondering.
I would just like to say good night to you guys, and thank you so much for everything. You guys support us just as much. And if you can, please go to TNK Boxing Promotions Facebook page, like them, and also on IG it's T accent symbol and K Boxing Promotions. And then also Carisse is Buffy over there at IG. And then you can also do Carisse Tez Brown on Facebook.
Golden Child.
The Golden Child.
Okay.
We'll see you next week, Thursday. And you know what? We're going to have another great performance from that night. It's amazing. He's all the way from Reno, Nevada. It's going to be Kenny Davis Jr. Yes, he looks like the mini Prograde to me for some reason.
Program.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. So I can't wait for you guys to meet him and see what he's up to in his career and what's next for him. Until next time, thanks so much. And don't forget Clutch
Let's.
Combat Promotions as well in their October 30th show. And that is going to be with Lita Kaufman. And it's Christie, Corpus Christi, Florida, Texas. Corpus Christi, Texas. You know, you can fly in, go to the beach too, enjoy a great night of boxing. It's going to be spectacular. Cheers.
Welcome to the house, the one they talking about. Word of mouth, the boxing playhouse, without a doubt. All the latest and greatest boxing news, that's what it's all about.